Can you hear me?
All right, family. We are good to go. Welcome to Platinum 1000 locker room call. I'm excited to be here, and these are actually my favorite types of call. I know we don't do these often because I don't believe that they're required to do all the time. Because you guys obviously are leaders or you're leaders in training, so you don't need to hear my voice all the time. But when you do hear from me on a call like this, I want to make sure that the value that I give is going to be something that is beneficial to every person on the line today. So the first thing that I want to talk about real quick is this Mexico trip. I really believe that this Mexico trip is, number one, it was so impromptu how this whole thing came about. But number two, I believe that if this Mexico trip is promoted the right way, everybody on this line, you should see a big boost in your volume. And here's why: because the Mexico trip, the way in which it was created, the way in which it was structured for this trip to take place, it was structured for anybody to have a shot to win, right? Like the LA trip, you had to be a P2000 to be there. This Mexico trip, we're going out of the country, and it's not necessarily about a rank. What it really boils down to is who's going to be the person that produces, or who's going to just put themselves in position. Right. So who's going to be the person that produces, who puts themselves in position, and watch this, who's going to be the person that promotes. So who's going to produce, who's going to put themselves in position, and who's going to promote. Because doing all of those particular things, that should give your organization a boost in momentum, boost in volume. And here's why: because what superstars in this industry do, like, listen, if you want to be a superstar, this is what you have to learn how to do. Every superstar in network marketing is good at a few things. And one of those skill sets is just being able to leverage the events, leverage the things that are happening, point to information, edify, and then leverage information, leverage events, leverage the calls, leverage the videos, leverage the trainings, right? That's what superstars do. They leverage, right? So you want to make sure that you leverage this event here, because you ain't even putting no money up for it. Like, you're not even putting any money up for it. And this is beneficial to every person. So let me just go over the qualifications one more time. Top 3 people that have the most points, you qualify for the trip. Top 3. So if you have 50 points, somebody else got 45, somebody else got 40, those 3 people automatically qualifies, not based on the rank. All the chairmen automatically qualify. All right, every chairman's already going to be there. So Taylor's going to be there, Ted's going to be there, Sydney going to be there, JVL going to be there, Gio going to be there, right? Obviously, I'm going to be there. Did I miss any chairman? No, I did. Right? And then we got some chairmen that's loading up right now, and I'm sure they'll qualify by then as well. After that, it can be a P1000 that has the most points. So now watch this. If you're promoting the trip, most people in your organization have never been to Mexico, and they've definitely never been paid for, all expense paid for, right? So the person that has the most points, their flight is covered, all right? Their flight is covered and their stay is covered. We have a travel agent that's working on finding the location. That it was actually my wife's mom. She's a travel agent, and the space that we stayed at in Cancun this past weekend was just ridiculous. But I want to make sure that Tulum is a lot better. So the first place winner, flight is paid for, and their stay is paid for. Second and third place, your stay is covered. You got to cover your flight to get there. To get to Mexico on a flight, I think our flight was like $200 or $300, right? Crazy, on Delta. So the next 3, now watch this. The next 3, I'm paying for 6 people. The next 3 people are going to be called at random. It's random. So what that means is a brand new customer. Watch this. This is why you got to promote it the right way. A brand new customer can join your business in November. They can join you November 1st. And in December, they can be in Mexico. They don't have to sign anybody up. They don't have to trade. They can just be in your business and have a ticket to convention, and they qualify. So now what does that mean? Why am I telling you that? Because every person that you talk to about this business, and you want to make sure that you drive it within your organization, every conversation that we have about joining the opportunity and things of that sort, over these next 60 odd days or so that we have until the qualification period is over, you want to let them know, like, hey, if you join, you qualify, or you put yourself in position to qualify for a free trip to Mexico. Not many people are turning that down. They're going to have questions as to how that's possible, and you let them know, because I guarantee you, it's going to be a customer there. It's going to be a Platinum 150. It's going to be somebody who you have no idea that is even in the organization, they're going to be there because it's set up for them to be there, right? We want new people there. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's all about new blood in your business, new leadership, new success stories. That's what this whole business is about. So we want to create a campaign where a brand new customer can qualify. Because imagine what that's going to do for that brand new customer when they qualify to come to Mexico and they're surrounded by chairmen. What does that do for their belief system? What does that do for their desire to want more out of life? So we want to make sure that we promote it in the way that we should, so that we can drive new customers into the business over these next 60 to 90 days, right? So as you have conversations about the business, as you show the plan on your webinar, at the end, you want to let them know, like, if you join, you qualify, or you put yourself in position to qualify for a free trip to Cancun. Your stay is covered, right? And so the next thing that I want to jump into outside of that, that was just kind of like some housekeeping deal about that. What I really want to talk about tonight is focus, because I really believe just at this place of business, the focus, okay, and yes, and so the email, somebody sent me a private message. The email is retirerichinvestmentgroup@gmail.com. So as you produce and you enroll people and all that stuff, you send your qualifications to retirerichinvestmentgroup@gmail.com. All right, so focus. Right now, focus is the thing that's needed the most, because I'm talking to just different people in the organization, and a lot of people's focus isn't truly where it needs to be. A lot of people are focused on the wrong things, and what they're not really focused on right now is their goal. And how I know people aren't focused on their goal is because it's showing up in a lot of conversations that we're having. So some people focus on their goals and other people focus on distractions. And when we start focusing on distractions more when the GV isn't going in our direction. When the volume isn't going in our direction, when the ranks aren't popping in our organization, our focus now transitions from the goal to everything else that's happening in the organization, to, you know, what my team isn't doing, what my group isn't doing, or what my leader isn't doing, what my leader is doing, whatever the case may be. But we lose sight on the goal. We lose sight on what it is that we need to be focused on, and we find ourselves focused, but the focus is in the wrong direction, and we end up focusing on the distractions. So you guys know I love words. So I actually looked up the word distraction today for the very first time. And the word distraction, what it means is a thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. Definition number 2, extreme agitation of the mind or of the emotions. So a distraction is a thing that prevents somebody from giving full attention to something else. Or it's an extreme. I love how they put the word extreme right there. It wasn't just an agitation of the mind or the emotions. It's an extreme agitation of the mind or the emotions, right? And so most people, not even just in the organization, but just in life, period, right? They find themselves getting distracted from the thing that they should be focused on, right? And the thing that we should be focused on is the goal that we set out. It does not matter what the GV says. It doesn't matter what this person says. It doesn't matter what this person does. We have to figure out how, or not figure out, we have to just know that we have to stay focused on the thing that we know we're supposed to be doing. Because here's the thing, your attention is a limited resource. Your attention is a limited resource. It's limited. Your attention is costly. That's why people say we pay attention, because it costs, right? You have to pay something. And so you got to figure out what's going to have your attention. Is it going to be the goal, or is it going to be the distraction? Because most people, again, they find themselves not focused on the thing that they need to be focused on. And what happens is they end up phasing out of the business. Here's the thing. You have 4 phases in network marketing. Have 4 phases in network marketing. And most people quit in the first phase. The first phase is the fragile phase. The first phase is the fragile phase. This is the phase where you're in your first, maybe your first 1 to 2 years. And this is where your belief is fragile. Your success muscle is weak. Your mind is fragile. You're going after just family and friends. And if they tell you no, you feel that rejection in your heart and you don't really want to do this thing anymore. Not talking to just the Platinum 1000. This is just the overall deal with the industry. So the first phase is the fragile phase. And then the second phase is the solidifying phase. Now the solidifying phase, it takes 2 to 3 years to get there. So if you haven't been in a business for 2 years, you shouldn't feel any negativity towards your business because it isn't solid yet. It's going to take at least 2 to 3 years for you to get to the solidifying phase of the business. So your first 1 to 2 years, and obviously the majority, my boy's Tay working the admin thing for me. So the majority of people on this line, you haven't been in the opportunity for 2 years yet. You haven't been in network marketing for 2 or 3 years yet. So you're still in that fragile phase of the business. And in that fragile phase, what you have to do in the fragile phase, and any phase I'm about to go over, but what you have to do is stay in phase 1. Right? You have to stay in phase 1, no matter what phase you're in the business, the phases of network marketing, the phases of a builder is you have to stay in phase 1. I'm gonna go over those phases in a second as well. But the fragile phase, guys, this is where most people quit the opportunity. Most people quit. If you look at your organization, most people quit within that first 1 to 2 years because their belief is fragile, their faith is fragile, their organization is fragile, their mindset is fragile. Their success muscle is fragile, right? So you got to understand, if you haven't been doing this for 2+ years yet, 3+ years yet, you're still 9 times out of 10 in that fragile phase. And that's okay. You got to give yourself time to succeed. Martez was at my house today and he brought somebody over here that just joined the business. And I was talking to him about giving yourself time to succeed. So this is my 2017 and 2018 planner. So for those that don't know, I went Chairman 10 in 5 months, right? I went Chairman 10 in 5 months. And 3 months later, I began to go through what a lot of people are experiencing right now in their business, which is a pullback. And me, I understood that I was in my fragile phase. I was in my fragile phase. I had only been in network marketing for a year prior to IML, and I had only been in IML for about 8 months. So my organization, it wasn't solidified. I didn't reach that next level, which is the maturity phase. I hadn't got there yet. You feel what I'm saying? So I was in that fragile phase, but I didn't allow me being in the fragile phase to make me quit. And this is what a lot of people do when the business gets hard and, you know, leaders leave the organization and the volume doesn't go your way. You may have derated. You start saying, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm just going to trade. I'm going to find another way to make money online. Here's the deal. Listen. What we have is the Amazon of network marketing. There will never be another company that does what IML is about to do in the way that we're about to do it. Here's what you got to understand. We've already done something that is just ridiculous. Right now we have 5 to 6 people in the top 10 income earners in the world of network marketing, and we haven't even crossed over 500,000 customers yet. So the goal is 1 million customers. Can you imagine how many people will be in the top 10, the top 25 when we finally hit 1 million? So we're still very early in this whole thing. So you got to figure out, man, what kind of market share, what kind of piece do I want in this particular company? Now isn't the time to fold. Now isn't the time to have apathy. Now isn't the time to give up on your dreams. Now isn't the time to go hiding in the corner. Now is the time to go a little bit harder. Now is the time to serve a little bit more. Now is the time to do more than what you were doing before. Especially, watch this, when you're in the fragile phase. Because the fragile phase is when everybody, at some point in their mind, they get ready to quit. And see, my fragile phase in my first company, I used to have those thoughts about quitting too, because my mindset was fragile. My belief system was fragile. My faith was fragile, but I kept building, I kept grinding, I kept learning, I kept serving. And obviously here we are today. But watch this. So I pulled out my calendar. I put out my calendar for October. I put out my calendar for October, and I put out my calendar for November of 2017, right? So watch this. I put out my calendar for November 2017, and I was talking to him about giving yourself time to succeed. Now watch this now. November 1st, 2017, that is when I set the goal to go Chairman 100. I didn't set the goal for Chairman 100 a year later. I didn't set the goal for Chairman 100 2 years later. I set the goal for Chairman 100 in 2020. Why? Because I wanted to give myself time to succeed. See, the reason why a lot of people don't have the success that they want and they feel like they're not doing good enough is because you haven't given yourself enough time to succeed. You set goals so closely because you may not be comparing yourself to your success to somebody else, but you want to move fast as other people. And see, me, I was like, cool, I never made $1 million before. I never made $10,000 in a month before. So you know what? Let me give myself 3 years to get that done. And that was okay for me. And here we are today. We'll be hitting Chairman 100 here in the near future. But watch this now. So let me fast forward to October. Because I hit Chairman in February. Let me fast forward to October. Because the reason why I'm doing this is because I understand that a lot of you guys on the call your belief is conflicted right now. Your belief is conflicted right now. So on October 1st, October 2nd, the volume in my business was 61,000. Uh-oh, this is my food. Hey, you can send it up. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I'll change it on the Uber Eats. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, cool. So now watch this. On September 25th of 2018, I need you to listen to this because this may be where some of you guys could be at right now. It's written down right here, right there in blue, right there. I'm about to read it to you. At this current, it was underlined current. At this current state of my life, I'm 3 months late on my car notes. 3 months late. Behind on both my credit cards. My furniture bill is past due. I literally thought they was gonna come repossess my furniture. This is September 25th, 2018. So just 2 years ago. My furniture bill is past due. I owe my previous apartment. I wasn't even living there no more. I owe my previous apartment $600. I owe my current apartment $321 because I was short on the rent the previous month. And my rent of $3,000 is due on Friday, the 1st. But I just booked a flight to see Bob Proctor in Los Angeles. The ticket was $1,000 for the events. My life will be different 90 days from now. At this current state of my life, I'm 3 months behind on my car note. Because here's what happened. I deranked, just like some of us on the line may have experienced. I lost some volume, just how some of us on the line may have experienced. Oh, my current apartment, my previous apartment, $600. I owe my current apartment $3,000. But I just booked a flight for $1,000 to go see Bob Proctor. Now, let me get into the activity for the month of October. Where we at? October 3rd. I did a call with David and my leaders. I did a meeting with somebody and signed them up. I did a launch call at 11 p.m. and signed up 5 people. On the 4th, I was in LA for Bob Proctor. Watch this now. Let's keep going. Because the challenges, it didn't stop me. So I get back from Bob Proctor on the 8th. I did an op call at 9 p.m. 20 people was on. Mindset Mastery, 10 p.m. The next day, op call at 9 p.m. Also, on October 9th, this is so crazy. Mentorship with Bryce Thompson. At the time, he was 33 away from Chairman 10. He came to my crib complaining about his business. And it's so amazing to see Bryce Thompson as a Chairman 750 today. But October 9th, 2018, he was at my house 33 away from Chairman 10. The next day, I did a Zoom call with 31 people, a builder's call, 10 p.m., 60 people was on. I signed up 3 people that day on the 10th. The 11th, I did an event with David. The 12th, I did a workshop with somebody. I signed up 3 people, Robert Dawson, Ronnie. I did an event with David. What was this? Oh, that was a back-to-back event. I remember that day. And on the 14th, I did a PBR at my house, 5:30. At my house, 5:30. And then I did a PBR in Kennesaw, Martez at 8 o'clock. Remember, this is me going through my process. This is me going through my process. This is me deranked. This is me having challenges, because here's the thing about challenges. Challenges are meant to create change in your life, in some area of your life, but you got to be willing to go through the process. So the 15th, I did a launch call at 3 p.m. with a team in France with Cliff and Ebony. I did a PBR at 7:30, and then I did another op call at 9 p.m. The next day, I did an op call at 9 p.m. I also did a PBR, but nobody showed up. But what did I do the next day? Another PBR at 6 p.m. 7 people showed up. 3 people got started. What did I do after that? Another Zoom call at 9 p.m. 8 people was on. 3 people got started. My wife hit Platinum 600 on that day. She was Chairman 25 today. That's crazy. The next day, the 18th, I did a one-on-one with somebody named Deshaun. He signed up. I did another one-on-one with somebody named Sade. That person signed up. What did I do on the 19th? A PBR at 7:30. And I even wrote a note. And the note said, this is so relevant for now. You can't wear the crown if you're not willing to carry the cross. That's a whole nother call. I ain't gonna get into that right now. And then on the 20th, I did a mentorship with some people at my home, like 10 people over here. The 21st, I did a PBR at my house. 9 people were there. Let's keep going. The 22nd, the next day, I did another PBR at my home at 6:30. I did a Zoom call at 9 p.m. What happened on the 23rd? Sydney Pop P1. On the 24th, where was I at? I was in New Jersey. The 25th, I was in Jersey. The 26th, I was in Jersey. The 27th, I did a meeting with somebody named Abby that never joined the business. On the 28th, that was the 40th day. I must was on the fast or something at that moment, right? And then on the 31st, I enrolled somebody named T Ramen, and I did a PBR at my house. I did a video shoot for, that was a podcast I was shooting. And I also did another Zoom call at 9:30. So the month where I was battling, the month where I was late, the month where I was nervous about my furniture being repossessed, the month where my credit cards were 3 months behind, the month where I owed my last apartment some rent, right? And I owed my current apartment $3,000. What was I still doing though? I was still working the business. You know what I wasn't worried about? What other people were doing. You know what I wasn't worried about? What my organization was doing. You want to know why? Because I was doing what the hell I was supposed to be doing. You want to know why? Because in this business, the only 2 things that you can control are your attitude and your activity. You can't control anything else. See, I can't control what Jada Steele does. I can't control what Brittany Jack does. I can't control what Tay Morgan does. I can't control what Taylor Allen does. I can't control what G or JVL do. I can't control what Danielle does. I can't control what, I don't know. I can't control what Sharon does. I can't control any of that. But what I can control is my personal activity. That's what I can control, my attitude and my activity. And my attitude when I was going through, because watch this now. What I was going through 2 years ago, there's somebody on the call, you're going through the exact same thing. You're late on your rent. Your car may is about to get repossessed. You probably just deranked. You probably losing volume in your business. But what was I doing? I was still in phase 1. I was still working the business. I wasn't calling Chad, telling Chad my problems. I wasn't calling Chad, asking Chad no, I was working my business. You want to know why? Because Chad couldn't help me pay my bills. My organization couldn't help me pay my bills. You know who was in control if the bills got paid? Cool Jones. I control that. I was in control of that. My attitude and my activity. But watch this now. What phase was I in? I was in the fragile phase. And seeing that fragile phase, that's where you work. That's where you get better. That's where you really work the skills. That's where you're not really focused on the result. You're focused on the resolve. You're not focused on the results. You're focused on the resolve. And too many people are focused on the result. Like, why haven't I hit this goal yet? Why hasn't this happened for me yet? I feel like my organization isn't moving fast enough. You're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on the distraction. Because what does the definition of distraction say again? Let me show it to you. A thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. That's a distraction. Why is the concierge calling me again? Hello? I'm doing a call. She could have left it on the floor though. Did she bring it back down there? I'll just come get it. It's fine. Thank you. Distraction. A thing that prevents someone from giving full attention to something else. So watch this now. What is the thing that's preventing you from giving full attention to your business right now? What is that thing? Like, what is the thing that is dominating your conversations right now that's preventing you from giving full attention to your business, full attention to your organization? See, I had this, let me name how many distractions I had on this day, September 25th. I had a distraction. I was 3 months late on my car note. That's one distraction. I was behind on both credit cards. That's 3 distractions. My furniture bill was past due. That's 4 distractions. I owed my previous apartment $600. That's 5 distractions. I owe my current apartment $321. That's 6 distractions. And I owe them rent on Friday, which was 7 distractions. Those were 7 things that could have prevented me from giving full attention to the thing that I was supposed to be doing. And see, when you're in your fragile phase, where most of us on the line are today, you can't give anything else your attention but this business. You want to know why? Because you're fragile, easily broken. And if my attention is on anything else but my goal, and I'm in my fragile phase, it's going to be easy for me to quit. 80% of people quit network marketing within their first 1 to 2 years in the fragile phase. And then you have the solidifying phase. This is your second to third year in the industry. Takes time to get there. But then you have the maturity phase. This is years 3 to 4. This is where you have layered leadership within your organization. It's going to take you 3 to 4 years to get there. You want to know how I know? Because it takes 3 to 4 years to really, truly develop leadership. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but it really takes 3 to 4 years to develop real, true leadership. Because in year 1, I'm in my fragile phase. I ain't done nothing yet. Year 2, I still may be in my fragile phase. Year 3, I'm now moving into that solidifying phase of business. This is when the volume starts, solidifying in certain areas. You may stay above 70K, 80K, 90K, 100K in volume in that year. But then mature, layered leadership. Now you have layers of platinum 2000s, layers of platinum 1000s in years 3 to 4. And then you have the last phase, which is the rock solid phase. That's 5+ years of being in one company, in one deal. That's 5+ years to get there. Of a rock solid organization. But watch this now. In the fragile phase, you know what most people do? They get out of phase 1 and then they get in phase 2. And see, phase 1 is when you're running the play. Phase 1 is when you're showing the plan. Phase 1 is when you're doing Zoom calls, you're doing opportunity calls. Phase 1 is when you're doing trainings and whatnot. Phase 1 is when you're constantly enrolling new blood into your business, right? Phase 1, you're bringing in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people plus every single month. Phase 1. Right? Then phase 2 is when, I'm not doing what I should be doing. This is where I'm calling, my organization, yo, what you doing today? Are you doing this? Or are you on this call? That's phase 2. I don't got time for that. Want to know what? I'm always focused on leadership. I'm always focused on making sure that I'm running the play, because if I'm running the play, I don't got time to worry about what you're doing. Yeah, you're my organization, but listen, you got to want this thing for yourself. This business is about leadership development, not customer development. Leadership development and customer development are 2 completely different things. And if you want to have longevity you want to have volume, 400, 500, 600,000, and it stays above that, you want to make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures year on year on year, is leadership development. It's not customer development. You know what the customer should be doing? Go live. You know what the customer should be doing? The products. You know what the customer should be doing? Like just in the chats. That's what they should. See, you don't see me in a whole lot of chats. Want to know why? Because I develop leaders. I'm talking to my leaders. I'm talking to the people who are producing 80% of the work, 80% of the results. And see, when I spend my time talking to people who are not leaders and I'm a leader, you know what happens to me? I get distracted by doing stuff I shouldn't be doing. So your time is valuable. You got to understand this business is about leadership. If you're a chairman on a call, you don't even get paid when you sign people up. You don't get paid $1 when you sign somebody up in this business as a chairman. You don't. You know what you get paid for? Going levels deep within your organization. You don't, so I don't need to spend my time working with a whole lot of customers. And you on this call, Platinum 1000, Platinum 2000, P5, your time should not be spent working with a whole bunch of customers. What do? You create systems where customers can just fall right into it. You get them on the Go Live platform, they can fall right into the Go Live platform. You know what customers need? Customers need customer support, not leadership talk. That's what a customer needs. And so we have, as leaders or leaders in training, we have to shift the narrative, because if I'm a leader and I spend a lot of time working with people and talking to people and trying to get people to become leaders that just haven't gotten it yet, I'm going to get, what's what I'm looking for? Not distracted. I'm gonna create challenges and problems in my business where there shouldn't be. I'm gonna get sidetracked. Thank you, B-Burrell. I'm gonna just get burnt out. There's another one. I'm gonna get burnt out. I'm working too hard and I shouldn't be working that hard. If you want to make multiple 6 figures in this business, your whole in 7 figures, your only thought process is leadership development. You want to identify the people in your organization that are doing things independent of you. I don't want to have to call you all the time to see what you're doing. I don't want to have to check in on you all the time. Nah, you're a leader. And that's what my focus has to be, because I'm trying to build leadership. I'm trying to build layers of leadership, because an organization that has layers of leadership is a mature organization. That's a mature organization when I have layers of people who are independent, layers of people who are problem solvers, layers of people who take action, layers of people who are focused on just getting results. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the people who are independent of me, but still call me. Because the person that's independent of me, but still calls me, is the person that's a leader or developing leader, but that person still has a level of humility that will allow them to really build something significant. That's what I'm looking for. So in phase 1, I'm running the play. I'm showing the plan. I'm doing the Zooms. I'm doing the trainings. I'm in the field. I'm traveling. I'm working my business. Phase 2 is when I'm calling it, like, what you doing? What you doing? Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing? I don't got time for that. You know what phase 3 is? And see, it goes from phase 2 to phase 3. And watch this. When I get to phase 3, I start saying stuff like this. Man, my team suck. Nobody working the business. You know, nobody showing the plan. Nobody getting on the trainings. Nobody getting people on the calls. You in phase 3. See, if you've been with me for 3 years that we've been in this, you ain't never heard me say that. You wanna know why? Because I've always been focused on my personal activity. Because personal activity always precedes group activity. Always. You want momentum in your business? Keep bringing new people in. Keep helping people hit ranks. And you won't worry about what everybody isn't doing. So phase 3 is when I start blaming everything on my organization. I start blaming everything on my team. My team isn't doing this. My team, they ain't doing this. They're not showing up. They're not getting on the train, blah, 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 blah. But if I'm in phase 1, I ain't worried about them, because I'm bringing in new people that want to listen to what I'm doing, listen to what I'm saying. I don't got time to worry about y'all, because I'm bringing in new blood. See, new blood is the lifeblood of your organization. New blood is the lifeblood of your organization. Watch this now. Phase 4 this is when I start blaming my leader. Phase 4, I start blaming my leader, and dang, they not helping me. They not doing this. They said this. They won't do this. Everybody on this call, what you got to understand is that when you join, you become an independent business owner. Meaning you shouldn't depend on anybody in this business, you're in your upline, to do anything for you. Chad Thompson, that's my bro. That's my man. I talk to my mentor, Chad, at least once a week, once every 2 weeks, right? I never depended on Chad to do anything for me. I never depended on Chad to host a call for me. I never depended on Chad to help me, like, go to a market and launch. You want to know why? I was taking on that role myself because I saw him do it. So I said, that's what my leader did. That's just what I'm going to do. That's what this game is about. Leader C, leader does. Leader C, leader does. Leader C, leader does. Leader C, leader does. But see, for me to do what I saw my leader do, I gotta be a leader myself. I gotta be a leader myself. See, I could see you do it, but I won't do it because I might not be a leader. And that's what you gotta recognize. That's what you're looking for in your business. You wanna find the people that just do it independent of you. They get on the call without you saying get on the call. They lead without you having to say lead. They just do it. That's what you're looking for. That is the number one trait of a leader, somebody who is independent. Like when somebody joins, it's your job as a leader to help them become independent of you as quickly as possible. Because now when they become independent of you as quickly as possible, you can now keep that process going with multiple people. You can keep, look at your organization and say, cool, how many personal platinum 150s do I have? How many personal platinum 600s do I have? How many personal platinum 1000s do I have? Gary McSweeney told me something in my very first convention, and I will never forget it. He said, the mark of a leader in this business is how many personal platinum 1000s and above they have. That's the mark of a true leader in this business. How many personal platinum 1000s and above does this person have? That's the mark of somebody who's developing leaders. That's the ball game, is leadership development. So phase 4, I'm blaming my sponsor. Phase 3, I'm blaming my organization. Phase 2, I'm checking and calling to see what everybody is doing. Phase 1, I'm just running the play. But see, watch this. Most people quit the business because they're in phase 2 while they're in their fragile phase. That's why most people quit. They're in phase 2, calling and checking on their team, checking the back office every single day while they're in their first 1 to 2 years in the industry. You have to be focused on just working the business, not getting caught up in the result, but getting caught up in the resolve. Now watch this. Look at your organization. And when I say look at your organization, I mean every leg of business. This is how I look at my organization. I look at leg 1, leg 2, and leg 3. And these are the questions that you want to ask yourself, especially when you're early, when you can really track this stuff. It's hard to track it now, but when you can really track it, this is how you want to track it. This is how you track the momentum in your organization. Number 1, how many new recruits are joining each line of business? How many new recruits are joining each line of business? So how many recruits this week join leg 1? How many recruits this week join leg 2? How many recruits this week join leg 3? That's the first thing you want to look at. The second thing is how many ranks are popping in each line of business. So in leg 1, how many platinum 150s, P6s, P1s are popping? Leg 2, how many P150s, P2s, and all that are popping? Leg 3, it's the same exact thing. Now watch this. This is the strong one right here. Another question. How many opportunity calls are happening in each line of business independent of you? That's the strong one right there. How many people are doing opportunity calls independently of you in each line of business? Because if I have people that are doing opportunity calls independently of me in each line of business, I don't have to worry about my organization. So the key is you want to have positive answers on every single question. That lets you know what stage of momentum you're in each leg of business. Am I in the crawl stage? Am I in the walking stage? Am I in the jogging stage? Or am I in the running stage? Right? And that's what you want to look at. And it's easy to see. Just look at open your back off and start tracking it. Like how many people are joining this leg of business? How many people are joining this leg? Because so many people, they get caught up on the overall volume, but you're not breaking each leg of business down. You have 3 different businesses. You have 3 different personalities in each leg. You have 3 different type of leadership in each leg. You may have 3 different systems in each leg. Right? So you gotta understand that, because at the end of the day, family, this whole business is about having momentum, because the momentum, it doesn't last forever. Because here's what happens. You have to have momentum development, momentum development, momentum development. But so many people quit when they're supposed to be developing their organization. So many people start folding when they're supposed to be developing their organization. I got to have momentum. Okay, I just grew by 10,000. Oh, I lost 8,000. But all my leaders that I came in, they're developing. So the next time we have momentum, we grow by 20,000. And then we may lose about 9,000 in GV. And then, but all the new leaders, they're still there. So the next time we have momentum, we grow by 30,000 because it's about the leadership. It's about the experience. And see, most people, they start folding and having apathy when they're supposed to be developing their organization. And when the pullback hits them, they don't know how to react. They don't know how to respond. I'm telling you, when you have a pullback in your organization, when the GV isn't going your way, that is where you start developing. That's when you start teaching more. That's when you start getting people the resources that they need to really build this thing independently of you the next time the momentum comes. Because watch this, the momentum is coming back for everybody, the whole company. Just how in the top of like maybe 3-4 months ago, chairman just popped, that's coming right back. You feel me? But how far your organization grows when it comes back is dependent on what you and your organization are doing right now in this moment. You know what your focus should be? Promote it for convention. Because the more people you have tuned into convention, you can add an extra $1,000 a year onto your income. So if you got 100 people, that's why David says, if you want to go chairman, get 100 people to convention. That's why he says that. Because if you get 100 people to convention, you add $1,000 per year per every person that you have there. So how many people can you get to invest into a $25 ticket? That should be the focus. That should be the thing that you're speaking about the most, because that's what you can control. How many people get the new momentum, the new vision, the new experience in November? Again, the company, where we are right now, is we're in an amazing space, but where we're going is so much greater. I had a chance to hop on the drop shipping call. I don't know who's on that drop shipping call the other day, but that drop shipping call was ridiculous. And I just got to see, and I've been speaking this, right? I've been speaking this for the past like month or so, that, and I just said it on this call a little while earlier. IML, I Am Mastery Academy, we are the Amazon of network marketing. See, when Amazon was first created, the only thing they had was books. So all they had, they just had one thing. How IML started, it was just Forex. And then we moved into cryptocurrency. Now we're moving into drop shipping. And so what they spoke about on the call was that how we have this one vertical right now in terms of trading in the currency space, whether it's digital currency or Forex. That's a vertical of over 400,000 plus customers. Do you guys understand? Watch this now. Do you understand that right now there is not one, there's no drop shipping network marketing company right now? It's not one. We're the first one to do that. And we're doing it, right, while we still have something else, while we still have the Forex, while we still have digital currency, while we still have HFX. So now what we have is a brand new floor. We're at a brand new floor of another opportunity where we can take it vertical now. And we can put in another 500,000 people on just drop shipping. This is what you call a visionary company, because you got to understand, Amazon, Jeff Bezos said, he said, bro, I can never get to my goal. I can never have the impact in the world that I want to have if I only sell books on the internet. Chris Terry, I can never get to the goal that I really truly have if I only have a Forex educational company. That is why we changed the name from IML, iMarkets Live, to I Am Mastery Academy, because we're going to show people how to not only master Forex, but how to master drop shipping. And guess what? In the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to be something else. We're a Mastery Academy. So when you talk to people, you got to have a different level of posture and swag when you talk about this opportunity. This is not just some regular network marketing company. This is the Amazon of what it is that we're doing. In the next 5-10 years, your family could be blessed far greater than you can even imagine, because you took it seriously in 2020. Again, we still haven't even hit 500,000 customers. The goal is 1 million. We ain't even hit 500,000, right? So the focus has to be, where am I going to be rank-wise? What is my volume going to be when we finally do hit 1 million customers? And so you got to understand, man, we're in a great space. But what we got to do is just stay focused. Just stay focused. That's it. And what I would really encourage everybody to do, this is what I would encourage everybody to do. It's October right now. It's October 4th. I highly suggest if you're everybody on this call, you're a Platinum 1000. Everybody on this call for your organization, you want to get with people in your group, your other leaders in your group, and you want to figure out, okay, what type of promotion can we run in our organization for the next 45 to 60 days? Because you want to have a promo within a promo within a promo. See, the company, watch this now, the company has a goal of 100,000 customers in 90 days. 100,000 customers in 90 days. So for that goal, they're giving away $100,000. You sponsor 10 people, you get your name pulled out of the hat, you win 10,000. They're going to pick 10 winners for that goal. And then we have a goal, 150 Platinum 1000s, right? Over the next 90 or so days. Now watch this. You produce blase, you get your name pulled, you go to Tulum for free. That's 2 promos. You want to run another promo in your organization that coincides with the other 2 promos that are already happening. You're giving people multiple opportunities to win something. That's what people want. People want recognition. That's what they do it for. So you want to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to give away some AirPods? Do I want to give away a MacBook? Do I want to give away $500? Whatever your promo is, do I want to do a retreat somewhere? Whatever it is, you want to run it. And you want to get it prepared to start getting in motion pretty soon so you can run it for about 60 days, 45 to 60 days or so. And this is another thing I would tell you. What you also want to focus on this week is popping 3. If you're a Platinum 1000, P2000, all that, you want to focus on popping 3 Platinum 150s in every line of business. Make that a goal. I'm going to help 3 people in every line of business go Platinum 150. That is going to start the process of creating momentum. All the brand new people that are joining that help that person go Platinum 150, what do they need? A convention ticket. Because when they get their convention ticket, they're active, they get their name in the drawing. If their name gets pulled, they're in Mexico. So you want to leverage, remember, superstars, they leverage. You want to leverage all of the stuff that's happening so that you can create momentum in your organization. That's what it's about. It's about momentum. That's the whole ball game. When I lose momentum, how fast do I get it back? When I have the momentum, how long can I keep it? When it goes away, I got to get into development mode and training my organization. And I'm not training. Watch this now. I understand we're a trading company, but I can't just train my team on matters revolved around trading. My team, they have to know how to launch, how to show the plan, how to prospect, how to present, how to promote, how to do a 3-way, how to edify, how to do all this stuff. If you're not training your organization on that, what you're doing is creating a bunch of followers. They have to know how to edify, how to pique people's interest, how to show the plan. Those are the trainings that are really, truly needed. Because what I got to do is create leaders. I can't just have people at a rank. I got to have people that can produce other leaders. I can't have just a person at Platinum 1000. I got to have a Platinum 1000 that knows how to create other Platinum 1000s. Because when I have a Platinum 1000 or a Platinum 2000 that understands how to create other Platinum 1000 and Platinum 2000, you know what I don't have to worry about? I don't have to worry about that line of business. I don't have to worry about this leg of business because I have people that understand the process of reproducing other leaders. So if you haven't been training on that, you got to train on that. But don't worry about it though. Don't worry about it though, because Cool Jones got it. This week, we're starting skills camp. This week, we're starting skills camp. And me personally, I'll be training on every necessary topic that is needed to build the business. Now watch this. I'm talking about promotion on these calls. I'm talking about promotion. That's one of the skills. But I need you guys on the call to understand that you promote. Yo, babe, can you bring a laptop charger, please? Sorry about that. You got to make sure that you promote it. You got to make sure that you edify these trainings, because the more people that you have from your organization on skills camp is the less work that you got to do in terms of teaching them. So what I'd say, superstars, they leverage. Don't try to do it yourself. What I'm finna show you step by step on how to do it, 4 years of experience of doing it. All you wanna do is leverage, right? So watch this. What will I be going over in skills camp? I'm about to tell you. It's gonna be from Tuesday to Friday at 10 p.m. every night. Tuesday to Friday, 10 p.m. every night. I'll be training on the perfect invite, mastering the invite, longevity, how to recreate other leaders in your organization, the power of promotion, PS3 and edification, how to prospect online and offline. What else we got here? A growth game plan. What else am I training on? The rest of them must be my phone. Leader versus IBO. That's going to be the first training that I do. What's a leader versus an IBO? That's going to be really strong. What else we got here? Where my notes at, man? Oh, productivity versus busyness. That's another different training, right? So I got it's going to be maybe, these calls are going to be at least 90 minutes, right? Yes, the Mexico flyer, and man, y'all know I'm always complaining about my flyer guy. This dude, I sent him the stuff yesterday at 10 in the morning. I still ain't got it back, but he just texted me and said that he'll have me I'll have the flyer tonight for skills camp, and I'll have the Tulum trip. That'll be done by Mindset Mastery tomorrow, latest. So I'll be going over that tomorrow on the call. But skills camp, that's the most important thing, right? I'm gonna be talking about all this stuff on the call tomorrow as well, but you want to make sure that you're promoting skills camp. This is one of the most important things for the organization, for the entire organization, because it's the skills that are needed. How many times have you done an opportunity call and you got your team on the call, but there's no guest on the call? You feel what I'm saying? How many times do you host an event and your team is there, but there's no guest there? You want to know why it's like that? Because people don't understand how to effectively invite people out to see the information. We can invite people to a birthday party, but we don't know how to invite people to check out information. But don't worry about it, because I'm finna go over all that stuff in depth this week. So Tuesday through Friday, skills camp, 10 p.m. every single night. Again, the calls, they could be 2 hours. It's like skills camp. When I was playing football, when we started camp, it was you was working on the skills and you was gonna be there all day. So we're going to dive in depth on this stuff this week. So I'm excited. Real quick, does anybody have any questions about anything before we hop off the line for tonight? I'm going to unmute it real quick. If you have something, please ask real quick.
Jeez, bro. Hey, why you such a goat, man?
Let's get to work.
Right.
Let it work. So, man, that's the plan. Once the flyers drop, I'll make sure I got them to you guys. And, man, let's just have an amazing week. And, again, if you don't do anything, promote for convention. I'm telling you. Last year, let's just use London. We promoted for London. I think the final, the number was 75 people in London, 77 people, somewhere around that. And from London, man, the volume from London, listen, I'm a very transparent person, right? So watch this. Going into London, watch this now. I hit Chairman 50 in September. By the time London came, I was a Chairman 10. So imagine that. None of y'all probably ever knew that. I was a Chairman 10. The volume went from 470,000 to 97,000. So I dropped from 4. So all the stuff that I speak about is stuff that I've been through. All the stuff that it's stuff that I've learned from. So I went from 470,000 to 97,000. That's what my volume was the day before London. The day before London. So from London until now, we've grown over 600,000 in volume. Yes, Rico, I just saw you look up at the damn computer. Rico looked up like, what the hell? Yeah. Because I promote events. I promote the cause. That's all I do. I promote. And so I'm gonna train on this week, but at the end of the day, you have posers. And you know what posers do? Posers, they announce the event. They announce an event. Oh, we got an event. Oh, we got skills camp. Make sure you're on. They just announce it to their team. And then you have amateurs. And the amateurs, guess what they do? The amateurs, they invite people. That's cool, but it's just amateur. Yo, we got this call. Make sure you're on. Here's a link. They invite people. But you know what professionals do? Professionals promote the events. It's the dominating conversation when they're talking to their organizations. And you want to promote skills camp this week. You want to promote the Tulum trip. You want to promote the convention. You want to promote the $100,000 giveaway. Guess what? When I get on a call tomorrow, guess what I'm promoting? The 100K giveaway. They're giving away $100,000. All you gotta do is sponsor 10 people. So now, guess what? All the people that are platinum 150s, they should be going platinum 600 from personal signups, so they can win 10,000 or just put themselves in position to win 10,000. You gotta promote it. We gotta promote it, because if you got 10 people that sign up, 10 people, your organization just grew by 100 people. But you gotta promote it. You gotta make it a big deal. You can't just announce it. You can't just invite people. You gotta promote it. So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys on the call tomorrow. Let's have a great week. I love you all. We out.